Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox. With me today is Eric Johansson, one of our teachers and tutors here at LSAT Demon. Eric, we've got an email here from Grace.
Grace says, "Hi. As someone who is planning to apply to law school this fall, I was wondering what advice you guys have in terms of asking former professors for letters of recommendation. Do I need to outline for them what they should be writing about? What should I tell them in preparation for writing a letter for me? You guys rock. Thank you, Grace."
I wouldn't prepare them because, one, they've written a million of these things in their career. Two, if you prepare them, then it's going to end up, if they follow your instructions, it might end up sounding really rote. Like, you don't want two professors to be writing you letters that have the exact same stuff that you sent them. And you don't want them to be writing letters that say the exact same things that are on your personal statement. So I would just say, I loved your class. I got an A, maybe hopefully if you still have a relationship with them, like they're going to remember you, then I would just ask them. Tell them, I'm not asking you right now, but I am going to apply to law school soon this fall. So I was wondering if I could, if you would be willing when the time comes to write me a letter of recommendation. If they say yes, then you have to go into the Credential Assembly Service and trigger the actual request. But I don't think I would outline or try to prepare them at all.
And I think that if a professor were to ask you for that kind of work, it's probably a red flag. If a professor says, "Well, what do you want me to say?" That is maybe an indication that they're not the right person. Because if they're not willing to, if they don't have something personal and authentic to say about you, and they're looking for you to write your own letter, you probably want to find someone else. Because again,
if you got the highest grade in their class, then you could just say that.
Sure.
I mean, because that's a nice thing for them to say in your letter of recommendation. Like, that's a fact in your favor.
You can definitely marshal some facts for them. Like, hey, I got this grade in your class, especially if any amount of time has passed. Like when I reached out to my old professors from 10 years ago,
they don't remember.
One of them asked, well, they remembered me, but one of them just asked, "Hey, remind me what classes you took with me. Do you have any of the papers that you wrote? Can you remind me of what you wrote about for my class?" So they might ask for a refresher on some of that.
Sure.
But there was nothing about, "Hey, can you draft this for me?"
Yeah. That'll happen. I mean, that'll happen especially in professional contexts where you'll have a boss who's like, "Yeah, I can write that for you, but you can write the first draft." Anyway, that's not Grace's question because she's asking about professors in particular. I think professors should be pretty accustomed to this stuff. If they ask you, "What should I write about?" then consider whether they really know you well enough to speak to your law school candidacy. But the general answer is, they want to know whether you think I'll be a success in law school, or, write about me as a student.
Because that's really what the law schools want to know is, do you have what it takes to cut it academically?
Are you going to be successful in their law school? Yeah. That's pretty straightforward.
There you go. Thanks, Grace. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.